Alright, what we got here, ladies and gentlemen, is the 2016 Victory Cross Country. This thing is freaking sexy. We're gonna go down a list of the stuff with it. The motor, Freedom 106 V-twin. Displacement, 106 cubic inches, man. 1700 cc, the thing's beast for sure. Dual 45mm throttle bodies. Air cooled, kind of suck. I'm partial to liquid cooled myself. Carbon fiber reinforced belt. That's different, didn't know they even had that. 6-speed trans, almost 6 gallon, 5.8 gallon tank with a rake of 29 degrees. So it's got some decent rake to it. Kind of see the risers up on there too. Makes it real comfortable. 108 inches long, man. This is a big bike. 845 pounds, man. This would be by far the heaviest bike I've been on, by far. But it does come with a pretty price tag. It is $21,000, almost $22,000 retail. And that's the basics of it, man. But look at this thing, dude. This thing is freaking sharp. We'll get a better look at it on the road in a little bit here. Okay, now that we're done with messing with my old man, making him think I traded in the Fury for this, we're gonna get going down the road for real. So a lot of this is just gonna be me actually getting used to the bike, because I've never actually ridden this bike before. This is actually my first time on a actual touring bike, not what they call my friggin' FJR, an actual cross-country touring bike. One of the first things I noticed right off the rip is that why this shield here is nice, why the big batwing is nice. It was loving to mess with my my helmet. So these two in combination don't work too well, but you don't normally wear a helmet, or a full face helmet at least, while you're riding one of these. I will say, dude, this bike is ridiculously comfortable. I almost don't want to give it back, man. So you can keep the FJR, I'll just take this. Not used to the foot pegs here. Now you got everything right up in here, dude. It's so nice. You obviously got your gas, your speedo, your RPM, and all that. You got your direction. No, that's your gearing, I think. I don't know, one of them two. You even got your temperature out there, so you know how boiling hot you are. This bike is almost 900 pounds, and I tell you what, dude, I can't feel it when I take off. I pick my feet up, it is so well balanced that it practically stands itself up, it feels like. And I'm barely getting on this thing, dude, and already doing 50 in third gear. So we'll actually take that down a little bit, because I don't want to overwork his bike, not knowing it. But I'm heading head on into the wind. I personally don't feel it outside of it hitting my helmet. It's a little weighty on the bottom, which is nice. It's where I like my weight to be at, because I like to keep my bike grounded. I don't really feel any weight where I'm at. The first time on this bike, dude, I can easily take this one-handed. Is how smooth this thing is. It is ridiculous. The seat is friggin' comfortable, man. The way it cradles your butt is fantastic. The tank, I would like it to actually be a little bit higher and thinner, but even at that, it's not that bad. I'm sitting really comfortable on it, and I'm not a fan of the footboards. I'm not. I don't personally like them, but they're not in my way when I put my feet down. That's my biggest gripe with them. Given these aren't the stock footboards, I believe. Look at that. I mean, dude, this thing is just friggin' awesome. We are gonna have to stop and get gas though, because I don't want to run them out. And you always, when you borrow something, you always give it back with at least a half tank. I know he said he just redid the clutch in this, because this bike does got some, or he adjusted the clutch, I think, he said, one of them two. And I gotta watch out for this moron here. He's gonna try and be stupid. But I wanna take this thing on the freeway, man. It's meant for good cruising, and I wanna see what kind of get up and go it has. Not to mention, I've never been on a bike on the freeway with the windshield, or with the batwing on there. And I want to know what it feels like not to get the crap kicked out of me. You don't feel the weight, you don't feel the length of this bike, dude. It does sit high. Like I said, I'm 6'2", and I'm barely flat-footing. This seat height is really, really high. So if you're a short person, probably not the best bike for you. But if you know what you're doing, you could easily do it, because listen, you can stand this bike up with one hand. It is so well balanced. I absolutely love it. I love how the speakers are in there, man. Everything's integrated, nice, clean looking. It's hard to do a review sitting at a red light, people. It is a little weird for me, being the tank so wide up front. I can't really see the shifters, or the shifter and brake from here. And it does got a good amount of room. I like having it right up on my foot, you know, nice quick shift. But it's still not bad, you know. You just got to ride or compensate for it, you know. And it is, I honestly just, I feel like cruising, man. And this bike has plenty of power. Like I said, it's almost 1800 cc. It is a monster underneath this tank. You got the nice, sexy looking bags back here that I love. I love the way those bags look. It's just, overall, dude, it's a beautiful bike. It handles well. I'd have to look up the mileage for it, but, you know, being cross country in the name, I would hope that they give it good gas mileage. I do notice that the shift indicator, or the gear indicator, does do something a little bit funky here when it seems like when you hit the brakes. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna have to pay attention next time I stop. Yeah, giving me goofy looks. I'm wearing a helmet on this bike. Like I said, most people don't wear full helmets. But I'm bringing this to you people so you know this is a good bike, man. It is. Honestly, the MSRP for me, dude, isn't that, yeah, see, it zeroes out, so you don't know what gear you're in going down when you're hitting the brakes. The MSRP, man, of, 20,000 for this bike, man, for what it feels like you're getting, doesn't really seem that bad to me. I mean, obviously, you can wheel and deal and work and all that, man, get it cheaper. Always try and get a bike cheaper. Always. But I would legitimately say, dude, this feels like a $20,000 bike. I can't believe that T's trusted me with it. Thank you, T. You have a lot more faith in me than I have in myself, my friend. But the second I seen him roll up in this bike, man, when I seen him roll up with this bike, it had the same effect almost as when I first looked at the Fury. I'm like, dude, that is an awesome bike. I want it. I want it. Honestly, I was looking at a Goldwing, man, when I get my full touring bike. But I don't know, man. I feel this would be a really good touring bike. Take it across the country. I think I'd like it. The bars come back almost like the perfect amount, so you're just chilling here. And it's weird, because with the bars like this, man, they usually got them way up here for the ape hangers. These ones are pulled back. So the front end's out there, but you don't feel it at all. You think the way it handles when it's back would be way different and all that, but honestly, I feel the same as if I'm on the Fury. Oh, and it's got good brake response. Look at that. That right there does show you how well this thing is balanced. I was cruising 5 miles an hour first time on this bike. I've been riding it for maybe about 15 minutes. And I'm able to sit there and balance it 5 miles an hour without even feeling like I got to put my leg down. If that's not a stable bike, I don't know what is. And I can tell you right now, the suspension on this thing, phenomenal. Because as much as this road's bouncing me around, I'm not really feeling it like I would on the Fury or the FJR. On a lot of other bikes, dude, you feel these bumps way more. And I don't even feel it in the end of this thing. I feel it all in the front where almost none of the weight is. All of the weight on this bike, the way it's set, is in the middle towards the back of the bike. And everything I feel is on the front end. Which, for me personally, I have back issues. That's why I didn't get a full sport bike. I got a sport touring with the FJR. So for this thing absorbing all that it does and saving on the butt of this thing, man, and not bouncing it around, huge selling point to me. Dude, chill out, man. You're turning, I'm going straight. Chill. This bike, dude, it's an enormous bike. I can bring almost to a dead stop and it'd be fine. Oh God, dude, the way this thing sounds. So yeah, it's kind of weird, man. It's like I downshift and hit the brake, and it's got to catch up to what gear it's in. I don't have gear indicators on most of my bikes, well, any of my bikes, so it's not a big deal. But if it's something I relied on, you know, I would like to constantly know what gear I'm in. And then that's only one of the downsides I found of this bike, dude. Yeah, we'll go down to Telegraph here, because we can get on it down Telegraph. We're gonna show you how this thing kicks. Dude, turns so easy, and like I said, I'm barely getting on it. It's maybe about half throttle, maybe. So this thing's definitely got a lot of punch. It's got a lot of get up and go. It's a big heavy bike, but you can throw it around like it's only 500-600 pounds. You know, it feels like half the weight of what it actually is. I mean, I can go on for days about this bike, but I just want to find some open road and really let it loose. I'm gonna try and find a spot where I can come to a stop at. Hopefully I get caught at a red light here, maybe. No, doesn't look like it. So I'm gonna have to find a spot to pull out from. Look at this, dude. I feel no weight on this. It is vibrating the crap out of my helmet. Ah, there we go. That's better. I just gotta duck down like this so that the wind doesn't hit my helmet and jar it all around on me. We'll turn around in this little motel here. Dude, this thing, for as big as it is, I can move it around so easily. Some pep. I swear, if I could afford one of these, I would buy it right now. It is a big bike, so if you're a smaller person, you're gonna run into some problems. Like I said, me at a standstill, I'm 6'2", and I can flat foot it, but just barely. If it was another inch or two higher, I'd be tippy-toeing it, I think. And look at that. That suspension is definitely tight. Not what I'm used to. It works a lot better when it's in gear, dummy. Oh, man. Yeah, my next bike might be a victory now. I mean, I was looking at a Goldwing for something like this, but I do like this. It is very comfortable. I'm not taking it on a super long ride, but I can tell you right now, man, just the way this thing sits, it is a really, really nice bike. So from the fairing, from the color, the look, the way it handles, the power, this is just an all-around good bike. For a guy like me, oh, dude, I could absolutely see myself on this bike. I can totally see myself on this bike. And the best part is, the color of this, man, she'd be matching the Fury, man. They'd be twinsies all day. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. Like I said, this is the biggest bike I've been on. So as far as handling and turning and all that, I was really worried about it, man. I'm not used to throwing around this type of weight. It's not a problem. Not a problem in the slightest, man. I am handling this thing with ease. Oh no, it's when you pull the clutch in and let it coast. It's got to figure out where it is. I thought I was going to hit the brake, but it's when you're coasting on here with the clutch in. I just can't get over how balanced this bike is. It is insane to me. All right. Right now she's gassed up. I'm sweating like a mother because it's hot as hell outside. God, that sounds good, man. I'm gonna see if I can find some open parking space here. And I'm gonna play around just to show you guys how good this thing is. I'm gonna have to watch because people are coming in around here. Look at this. This is freaking easy. And yes, this is a 900-pound bike, man. 845 pounds, I think I said earlier. I'm cruising at exceedingly low speeds. And I'm not fighting this thing at all. Not even a little bit. I honestly feel like I could do some of them low-speed Novas I've seen, man. Very low-speed maneuvers, very tricky to do. But on this bike, I feel I could really do them. This thing, and how, I mean, you've seen that. You've seen how easy I was to turn. I mean, just for reference. I'm staying probably within about 10, 15 feet of that pole. And like I said, I'm not even used to this bike. But there's a lot of traffic there, so we're not going to hang there no more. I honestly can't believe I was worried about the handling on this bike. It is, I'm already at home with it, and I'm just gonna head home, and T can keep the FJR. I'm gonna keep this bike. I'm at home. I'm home. I'm gonna live on this bike the rest of my days. But all right, that's the end of this video. Hope you all enjoyed it. I hope I answered any questions you guys had. This is a wonderful bike. I highly recommend it if you got the money. But this has been the review for the 2016 Victory Cross Country. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, hit the gremlin bell in the corner. I'm hoping to do more review videos pretty soon here. Till the next time, Zero out.
Yeah, what's up?
I kind of did something not bad. I may have traded in the Fury.
How come?
Well, because I got another bike.
What'd you get this time?
There, see it. There it goes.
Oh, wow.
You think that's a good trade for the Fury?
Yeah, really.
Shut the hell up. No, it's not, man. I didn't trade the Fury.
Oh,